Hello everyone, hope you're having a good night, and here I am going to be debunking Sunset because he's been talking a lot of crap recently and I just want to take the opportunity to actually correct him. It says here, facts. Smilodon populator regularly kill ground sloths whom are far larger and stronger than a short-faced bear. Don't listen to these brainless bear fanboys. Now, I'm not going to deny that Smilodon, if he's attacking a ground sloth that is at the right weight, Smilodon could definitely pull it down to the ground and get the underbelly with his teeth. But I would probably state that if he's hunting a much larger giant ground sloth, then a Smilodon populator would not be able to pull that thing down. It would have to ambush it preemptively, jump on its back, get to the neck area, and bite the neck and inflict fatal injury upon the neck to kill it. Fact being mentioned that it just wouldn't be strong enough because the giant ground sloth would just be too heavy, it would just be too large in weight, its center of gravity would be too strong, and the Smilodon would not be able to pull it down. And also likely that Smilodon would have targeted smaller giant ground sloths because they just would have been easier to hunt, and obviously it would be less risky to do that. So generally speaking, the Smilodon populator would have probably killed smaller ground sloths and not fully grown ground sloths. And I'm debunking him on the basis that in a direct fight against a much bigger ground sloth, or probably even a juvenile ground sloth, the Smilodon populator would probably back down if this were to be a direct encounter. If this was to be directly initiated, I think that the Smilodon populator is going to back down, even possibly from a juvenile ground sloth, not just a fully grown one. But yes, Sunset is clearly ignorant of the fact that Smilodon populator would be ambushing a small ground sloth and just taking it down through preemptive ambush, not actually having a direct fight with it. So when we're talking about a direct confrontation, I couldn't see Smilodon actually fighting against this thing. To tell you the truth, I think it's just going to flee and run away. The only way the Smilodon populator is going to attack is if it ambushes. And it's definitely got to have the ambush because it is an ambush predator primarily. But take a look at this. Yes, based on most scientific understanding, a short-faced bear, Arctodus simus, would generally be considered stronger than a Smilodon saber-toothed cat due to its significantly larger size and powerful build, making it the likely victor in a direct confrontation. So Smilodon would get absolutely creamed by the short-faced bear in a direct fight. He would get absolutely decimated by a rhino, by a hippo, by an elephant, by these kind of animals. When combat is directly initiated, Smilodon loses. He loses. He only has the advantage of attacking something when he's ambushing. And I've also got more information here to state that Smilodon was primarily an ambush predator. So to put it briefly, if Smilodon is having a direct confrontation against animals that are much bigger than it, it clearly loses. Because it wasn't the kind of predator to directly engage much larger animals. Okay, first he's saying Smilodon would kill rhinos, hippos, elephants, etc. Now he's saying historical Siberian tigers will beat a grizzly bear. I'm just curious to know what this guy's taking because this is becoming much more humorous by the minute. And just to cherry the icing, there are no known historical accounts of Siberian tigers actually killing grizzly bears. I would say the only chance for a Siberian tiger to kill a grizzly bear is if it created ambush conditions and it did have the preemptive advantage of ambushing it. That is the only chance a Siberian tiger would have of killing a grizzly, and I would still doubt the possibility of that happening in a general sense, even under those circumstances. A grizzly bear is a very tough animal. It is a very tough animal to kill. They have a low mortality rate for a reason, my friend, and it's because they're not easy to kill. They have exceptional durability, and they are tough. So I'm saying, like, you are very delusional. It would not be easy for a tiger to kill a grizzly bear, even under circumstances of preemptive ambush. So, and in a direct fight, it has no chance. It's too anatomically vulnerable against the bear in a direct fight. It knows that, and for that reason, it would immediately disengage you. In my opinion, it's going to be exceedingly difficult for a Bengal tiger to kill a rhino. An Indian rhino, a fully grown Indian rhino, I doubt it. I doubt the tiger's even going to be able to apply strangulation to the trachea of the rhino, because the rhino's trachea is going to be too big for the tiger to even apply enough pressure and suffocate it. So my conclusion is that the rhino must have been killed by some other means. It must have died of disease, or it must have been killed by another animal.